Hi, welcome back to another Skyblock.
I'll chase you, man. I'm chasing you. You gonna get... Don't make me chase after you. I'll chase you, man.
Video, and Hypixel's running out of random tasks to throw at me, dude. I am so excited. This is the level 480 dark red prefix video. I'm not gonna say I'm endgame, but we're getting very close. Of course, today's gonna be all the leftover tasks that are not specific to any island or any grind, just sources of Skyblock XP, and these tend to be my favorite videos because of how random they are. And if you appreciate the Skyblock leftover tasks that are not 400 very close dark red, today's gonna be all the leftover tasks that are not specific to any island or any grind, just sources of Skyblock XP, and these tend to be my favorite videos because of how random they are. And if you appreciate the randomness, then be sure to now, if we post a bunch of that there is an item that's been added to this game that I did not know about, and it's crafted with some stuff that I may or may not have. If I go into my bags here, sack of sacks, we take out the vent sack and the spooky sack. That makes the event sack. And the spooky sack. That makes the event sack, which holds everything the other two did, plus a bunch of other items, which means I might be able to clear out some of my storage. A lot of my storage. Okay, I just have to kill one runic mob, and then my rune book talisman increases in rarity by 1. Here we go. I've upgraded my rune book to rare, so now I need to do what I just did 10 more times to get it to epic, and then 10 more times after that to get it to legendary. I think my mic was muted in the original clip where I got the rune book, but I have the rune book. So I just upgraded my rune book. 100 runic mobs killed, and now it's epic. Now I have to do that 9 more times. And I'm not doing that right now. Oh, it's my rival. I've been chasing the Skyblock level for 2 years.
Is he still above you?
By a little bit, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's his level now? I can't see it.
453.
I am only 8 levels behind you, Zach. It's almost time. Oh, someone in my lobby just got a midnight die. 1 in 500,000 chance? Bruh.
Oh, you're in main server, right? You're not even on
I'm just spooky fishing. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
What's his the Skyblock level? And I'm not doing that right now. Oh, it's my rival. I've been chasing the Skyblock level for 2 years.
Is he still above you?
By a little bit, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's his level now? Skyblock level for 2 years.
Is he still above you?
By a little bit, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's his level now? I can't see it.
453.
I am only 8 levels behind you, Zach. It's almost time. Oh, someone in my lobby just got a midnight die. 1 in 500,000 chance? Bruh.
Oh, you're in main server, right? You're not even on
I'm just spooky fishing. Okay. This is one of the most annoying grinds in Skyblock, bro. I'm trying to max out my witch bestiary, and basically the process is what you're seeing right here. I teleport to /top just in case if there's a brood mother that's available, because that's another bestiary. I have to wait 7 seconds for the island to reload. And there they are. Done. That took so long for no freaking reason. 0 out of 10 would never do again. As a matter of fact, there's no point to even have this platform anymore because it was specifically for witches. Oh my god, finally, magic 8 ball. Oh god. What's the value? 520 mil. I'm willing to do up to like 80 mil overpay. Oh my god, point to even have this platform anymore. 10 would never do again. So and there they are. Done. That took so long for no freaking reason. 0 out of 10 would never do again. As a matter of fact, there's no point to even have this platform anymore because it was specifically for witches. Oh my god, finally, magic 8 ball. Oh god. What's the value? But not so. Oh, that was actually that it would have gone farther from a fight. Let's freaking go. That was actually an excellent play. I didn't even overbid that bad. Hell yeah. And I still have over 1 billion coins for Greg. Oh my god, bro. 1 billion coins in the bank. The last talisman from Dark Auction. Reforge Anvil. Give it Talisman from Dark Auction, Reforge Anvil, give it an enrichment. Gotta love that 0.3 sea creature chance. Probably one of the most valuable legendary talismans I have. More so than Hocus Pocus Cipher. Even more than Relic of Coins, wow. Oh, I need to buy more freaking slots. Jacobus, my freaking nemesis, no. Oh, does that mean... I'm going below a... and I sold all of my farming belongings. I hate everything. It's actually fine. I sold all of my farming. Skyblock season, the Magic 8 Ball will grant one of the following bonuses. So every season, spring, summer, fall, winter, it will randomly pick one of these, is my interpretation. It's really not that good. I'm gonna be real. Because, like, if you're gonna grind something, you kind of want to pick what your benefit is. I think a great way to balance this talisman, it's already worth 500 million. Just let people re-roll the freaking 8 ball. Like, let people take it out their inventory, get rid of the Skyblock season crap. Just have it so they can take the 8 ball out and just roll it a couple times. And then have it reset after, like, I don't know, 24 hours to a random one. Bruh, that's so useless. Like, if I want to go fishing, I have to hope that the next season it just randomly gives me fishing speed. Like, that's kind of lame. For a talisman worth half a freaking bill, which, by the way, is 20 hours of an Iron Man player's life. Like, we should have something a bit better than that, no? Well, I just got an interesting chat message. My discreet has evolved. It is now a spotlight, which means I can use it to do this. Time pocket's now a maximum spotlight, which means I can use it to do this. Time pockets, it is now a spotlight, which means I can use it to do this. Time pocket's now a maximum size, and now I'm pretty sure there's only like a couple items in the game that need that. I don't even know if there's any left, actually. I don't think there is. So that was a really pointless upgrade. Maybe someday it'll give Skyblock XP. You never know. Jerry? What are you doing, Jerry? Wait, does he just do that? What are you... Pointless upgrade. Maybe someday it'll give Skyblock XP. You never know. Jerry? Jerry? What are you doing, Jerry? Wait, does he just do that? I saw that. That's new. That's one of the power stones. Interesting. That's new. That's one of the power stones. Interesting. Something happened that's kind of cool. It is Year of the Seal right now. I actually missed this the first time it was a thing. For 5 days, one Skyblock year, you can fishy treats, and that's how you buy all this crap. But I'm also going to show you a little tip. That's a tip and trick. As you could a rod of, there's no water. You'd be using hunter armor anyways. But my goal here is hunter armor. Treasure. I cannot believe that I genuinely have a purpose. 337, like a tentacle. Loot pool of lava? Does that mean I'm gonna get lava shells? You're telling me I can get Kudra keys, enchanted red sand, and enchanted versus water. Oh, look at that! That's so beach ball, I guess. Found it on Year of the Seal, like the pay in 4 rolls. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, it depends on trans after that. And then the regular one, it's... Oh, I can handle this. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fine. I'm just curious how the chances balls essential. Well, that first one didn't really count. That kind of sucked. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, I could handle change more valuable. This kind of scares me a lot because if I have to drop or change Y level, giving you 20 out on whether or not it's better to water fish of beach balls. Right again in I think this is the impression that a lot of people have been having. I tried not to... I'm not... Did my phone just think I was talking to it? Just wasted fishy treats on that. What the hell was that? Also, according to Guild... New. Oh, I'm really skill issuing right now. This is embarrassing. You can get it up to 51 bounces. The beats legend that you bounce it. Which is good because... Oh my god, I went all the way over there. Which is good because it means I can, like, slightly direct it forward. No! Oh, perfect, actually. Oh, there you go. See a talisman. Let's get that thing upgraded. Or upgraded. 56 to get it to the ring. Seal's treat bag. Opening it rewards you with a random enchanted fish or bait rumored to be handpicked by... That's stupid. So I need 512 alone for the minion upgrades. 256 for the upgrade there. So I need over 1,000. 1024. I don't care about the minion skin. I don't care about the enchant or the bag. If I did not skill issue, I could get that in skill, I would say. With that said, I'm not really all that bothered with having to grind out probably another stack of those. We have enough fishy treats to immediately let us upgrade the talisman to a seal ring. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. And if I get another one, I'm gonna have to waste more money. Not bad. So now all we need, I guess the amulet, I'm not really... This might be better than Rift Necklace for fishing. Without even having a reforge, it is. Well, that's the new best fishing necklace, I suppose. Well, here's the thing. I'm broke, man. I only have enough for 7. So... We're gonna have to wait until the next year of the seal, unless I do, like, a ridiculous amount of fishing, which I don't think's gonna happen. We need about 500 and take 4. I come back to this game if it has reasonable... The real test is gonna be the bigger beach ball. Let's try that after this one. Nice flat area. It's plus 24 Skyblock XP. Let's freaking go. And of course, the frozen amulet, which I can immediately put in museum, but we will be upgrading this and using it later. For another 4 Skyblock XP.
Hi. At the beginning of the clip, he clears his throat and then doesn't speak again. I'm going to assume he accidentally muted his microphone, because if not, that's malice. Anyway, he gets together a bone reaver, a fell skull, and 15 ancient roses. Grabs some fell pearls, crafts 5 fell roses, to make an upgraded Felthorn Reaper, and then he redeems it in the museum for some XP. I'm going to assume also that he's looking to do bouquet next, but I don't know. It'd be really great if he told you himself. See you later.
Oh, I was just doing some spooky fishing, spawned an emperor, and it dropped this. That's a museum item right there. I can't give up this lobby though, it's too good. I'm gonna have to redeem that later. Yes! Oh my god, I've been waiting for freaking ever, dude. Spooky fishing finally done. Nightmare ends at 1,000 and I've killed 2,400 of them. Scarecrow, 4,000 of them. Such an unnecessarily high bestiary. Oh, it's over. No more spooky fishing ever required again. So in the update that they dropped with the backwater bayou, a ton of items got wrecked, I believe. Oh. They got rid of so many fishing rods from the game. So I believe these are all from museum. Some rods, shredders. Oh, we gotta bring it to backwater bayou. All of this. This is really interesting. We have a Frozen Blaze party set up with what's gonna end up being 6 people. And I'm really curious to see what that does to this. I'm at 50. I might get 30. Nearly as much as I expected, but that was plus 14 Skyblock XP between the various. Let me check. I think Abysmal Miner. Oh, we maxed it out. Oh, look at, wow, we got, oh my god, did we get like 50 plus of these in one event? That's crazy. If we check Fishing Festival, those are also completely maxed. Look at that. I think Nurse Shark was the one that wasn't done yet, and that's over by like 350. Frozen Blaze fishing is so good. I cannot recommend it enough, guys. Like, that is ridiculous. But like, also, the one thing I was supposed to check, it says 68 XP, the fishing festival. I don't remember where it was before. It didn't go up nearly as much as I wanted, but hey, you know, it's still good for a lot of other reasons. Oh my god, finally. I have been waiting for so long. I'll pay 100 mil if I have to for this. Dude, I've been going to dark auctions like once or twice a day for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. This is crazy. Overpaid by a bunch right there. Bro going in, yes, that's my style. I overpay a ton in one big burst so no one gets attached and tries to fight me. And it works every time. I paid an extra 15 mil. That's freaking nothing. Your Abby phone contacts are... There's no way. Do I seriously need to upgrade my freaking phone? Are you kidding me? There's no way. These look so ugly. Oh, that's so bad. There it is. Oh, that's disgusting. At least now we're maxed out again. Up to 15 of these may be used. According to Looter, that upgrade to the Abiphone Flip only gave me like 1 contact, and it turns out that they upped the amount of contacts you can add with the contacts trio. Yeah, up to 15. I only have 15. Well, I just added 9 more contact slots. So now we really don't have to worry about it because there's only like 2 more in the entire game that I don't have. Maybe 3 max. Oh my god, finally a T7. Oh my god, a T7. I have been waiting 6 of these. Oh, I should put it on my Mastiff crown. Already at the negative 999,943 defense. Yeah, I think it's going to be Warden Helmet, honestly. 5 more defense. That's disappointing. I've been doing a bit of thinking. Diaz just got elected as mayor, and I think the time has finally arrived for me to just take a good look at this weapon right here. 50 mil Midas sword. It's so necessary, by the way. I think the in my Midas sword, and let's set the price. Oh, the lowest bin average is 420 mil for a 250 mil Midas. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, there is one potentially half decent argument for having this. I've been told that it is ever so slightly better than Dark Claymore for ever so slightly decent argument for having this. I've been told that it is ever so slightly better than Dark Claymore for LCM, left click mage. It has a ridiculous amount of damage per hit. Also, with that said, people are talking about it in the context of dungeons, so I can only assume I can add stars to it. I don't know if I'll be able to add all the stars to it, because as far as I know, I'm pretty sure I still need gold essence. Yeah, no. So we're gonna have to work on that later. But Gilded Midas Sword, bro. Let's go. A 250 million coin Gilded Midas Sword. This is a great investment, clearly. Because the only use case I could think of is in dungeons, which I'm about to finish. Not even being mage class. This is a super random milestone, but I just bought like my 8th chocolate die. I just unlocked the Omega Rabbit, which doubles the chance of golden. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. No, that's not a good thing. Because there's none left to even get. But that was mythic, which just gave me some Skyblock XP, I believe. And more importantly, that is the last of the milestone rabbits. I have all of them for production as well as spending. Everything left is straight up RNG. Great. Okay. Cubism 6. This is not a drill. Oh, Hyperion. It seems like it would be kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Screw it. I'm an Iron Man. It's not like the weapon to attack Kudra with is the Terminator. Let's put Cubism 6 on the freaking Hyperion. Why not? There you go. I wonder how much damage I do. Yeah. Too lazy to test it. Inery's red hoodie? I'm so confused. I thought I did this already. Oh, he doesn't even want it. Weird. More proof of RNG radius. Someone just got a freaking snowman pet in my lobby. Look at that. It just happened again. Another snowman pet. GG. Also, I've been mining ice, and as it turns out, Maniac Miner with full mineral is probably ideal for this, but even then, this process is so slow. They really need to let you salvage, like, ice bait, frozen bait, glacial talismans, glacial fragments for, like, either ice essence or ice. Maybe these two would just give you ice if you salvage them, and then the other two would give you ice essence. But like, bro, Einery, whatever his name is, why doesn't he sell ice picks? We need fortune on ice. This is ridiculous. I still need like another 2 stacks of this crap of enchanted packed ice. This is gonna take like 6 hours. Oh yeah, the New Year's event's happening, and normally I wouldn't bother to pick up a New Year cake bag, but I had to make an exception for year 420. Let's go. I just thought of the stupidest meme. POV, you find a fresh gravel lobby. Like, exploded in my mini fridge, and it's just go check on what that noise was. Noise. What was that? I'm gonna go check on what that noise was.
What? What is that?
A freaking soda exploded in my mini fridge, and it's just bubbling like a witch's cauldron right now. That explosion was like a minute and a half ago. I'm gonna clip that. Ooh, I auto recommed a spider talisman. Oh boy. Would have been nice if that happened like the first time, but you know. I've been mining gravel for 12 hours. That is... I've tried that. You get zero mining spread, and as far... Let's get this done. I am post 10. I already crafted the spider minion 10, and there it is. Plus 12 skyblock XP. Tarantula T freaking probably as high as bro. You only need to kill this boss literally 1 time. So why? I think 100 is more than enough. Come on, Hypixel, what are we doing? All those broodmother kills actually got me a pretty good amount of spider essence. What do we do? What do we do? Bane 5. Oh my god, it keeps going. The one it shows is the one I'm buying. You know, I've been playing this game for how long? Almost 7,500 hours, and I still don't get that. Oh my god. Whoa, hey, something happened. It's been like 3 hoppities in a row where I didn't get any uniques. Oh yeah. Oh, that's like technically the most rare one in the game. I mean, I know all of these are tied for that, but it's the first one in the list. Only 2 more to go. What was that, 10 skyblock XP? Ooh. So I've been mining some quartz. It's a mining fiesta right now, actually. Hello. As it turns out, that strat that's been used for pretty much every dwarven metal, 3/4 jaded glossy mineral armor, and then Devon chestplate, that strat while using maniac miner, getting a ton of block spread, getting, as per the ability, a ton of mining for dragon, my second ender dragon. So I'll just have 2 legendaries. One that's just sucky because it's tier boosted. It's not even level 100 now. It's level 96.
2 ender dragons. Say that again, but in YouTuber voice.
I've now got 2 ender dragons. I'm like trying to out-grief the griefer right now. He's starting to like look down AFK for a few seconds, like he's messing with something. If I steal diamonds from him enough times, I think he'll rage quit. Did he get the message finally? Is he gonna go to a different vein? Yes, he is. Get wrecked, nerd. You can't tell them nicely, because then they go, I'm making this guy mad. Nope, it's not over yet. Nope. Nope. You stay away. This is my territory. He left! Get wrecked! Ooh, there we go. Hi. This is my territory. He left! Get wrecked! Nope. You stay away. This is my territory. He left! Get wrecked! Nope. You stay away. This is my territory. He left! Get wrecked! Ooh, there we go. Hi, hello. I dropped a ritual residue yesterday when just leeching some dragons in the process of grinding pearls for a second Terminator. Also, they changed how shiny blocks, or endermite nests, I feel old. They changed how they look. Now it's a piece of clay. See that? Instead of just particles around a pre-existing block, now it's clay, which I think that's a good change. Great change, actually. We got Dragon Fade Cloak, 4 Skyblock XP. Let's go. I believe the time has finally arrived. I cannot put into words how tedious mineral and maniac miner. I guess a silk touch pickaxe with no fortune on it, because I guess technically a pico nimbus would be better for this, but it would get like evaporated. Bro, this grind is awful. Oh my god. I got how much mining fortune? I got 300 mining spread, 1900 mining fortune, which is actually not bad. It's like one of these every 2 minutes. It's 13 hours of ice mining just to craft the Yeti sword. That, my friends, is the best weapon in Stranded, my baby, my game mode. That, my friends, is the best weapon in Stranded, my baby, my game mode that the admins abandoned. Freaking Yeti sword, bro. That's one of the most annoying things to get on Iron Man. Very few Iron Man players have it. It's too bad it doesn't have a purpose. Hypixel Skyblock on Iron Man. Very few Iron Man players have it. It's too bad it doesn't have a purpose. Hypixel Skyblock XP though. Oh, that hurts. That is pain. And you know what's even more pain? The fact that I have to go back because I need another 12 of it to get the Wisp upgrade stone. And then I need another stack after that to get the next Wisp upgrade stone. Ugh. That is the 1000th runic mob. Dead. My rune book is legendary. Let's freaking go. Oh my god, that process took for freaking ever. Let's buy an enrichment now. I don't know why you still can't recom the thing, despite the fact that Mythic exists, but sure. Anyways, now we have an enriched legendary rune book. Very good, very good. The net worth value is 11 mil. I've been grinding ender pearls for this tactical insertion, and man, this process sucks. It's the worst. Like, actually, it takes 80 absolute ender pearls to make one tessellated ender pearl, and to make one absolute ender pearl you need 80 enchanted, and then to make it enchanted you need 20 of them. 230,000 zealots in total and 116,000 endermen in total, and then you still have the fanatics, like 35,000 of them. Like, bro, and I still need like 2.5 tessellated ender pearls. Like, oh my god, this is terrible. And now, obviously, that's because I crafted a Terminator. I have a second one on the way here. I wish there was a fast way. So many bruises. Look at all the summoning eyes. Barring every drag round of drag. Nothing else to spend it on. Oh my god. That was like 3,500 dragon essence for like barely any stat difference. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll rebalance it someday so it's actually relevant, but for right now, that was completely useless. And how much do I have left? I need to have some in reserve for the Terminator, but I have so many summoning eyes. Like, once I salvage all that dragon armor, I am gonna be bing chilling. I did more thinking, and honestly, at this point, screw it. I have my Sin Seeker scythe here. Haven't used it once since I crafted it. There's a good chance I'm never going to use it. But for the funnies, that is a 5-starred dungeonized Sin Seeker. For the fun, since I crafted it. Screw it. I have my Sin Seeker scythe here. Haven't used it once since I crafted it. Screw it. I have my Sin Seeker scythe here. Haven't used it once since I crafted it. There's a good chance I'm never going to use it. But for the funnies, that is a 5-starred dungeonized Sin Seeker scythe. Screw it. Next, we'll save up for AOTD. What? That's how you know I've been playing this game too long, man. I just dropped a second Phoenix pet? I mean, I guess I'll level it. Sure, why not? That's wild, bro. Not only do I have 2 Ender Dragon pets, but I also have 2 Phoenixes. And that's a 5-starred AOTD for some reason. You want to see something funny? I am blaze fishing yet again, and I have some interesting news. You know that magic 8-ball I bought, I think earlier in this video? It just randomly, by chance, gave me the best possible thing that it could, which is the fishing speed and the fishing wisdom I actually needed, because I'm using Frozen Blaze, but now it's at, you know, 300 fishing speed. Someone gave us a tonic, so, you know, that's a thing. That Skyblock XP source is only 6 XP away which means this is the last fishing festival I ever have to participate in. And I am so excited to finally... This might be, other than like mining fiestas, which I really don't prioritize much anymore, this might be the end of time-gated events for me. The carnival's done, the fishing festivals are going to be done, be the most are decently fast even without him. So I sense that soon I'll be able to go outside and touch grass. I think that was it. Oh my god, I think that was the last one. Oh, that was the last one. 5,000 sharks killed. Oh, that was awful. Hypixel, it should be 3,000. What are we doing? Just to put it in perspective, by the way, I get on average like 5 to 6 XP per festival, so it's been like 20 of them. So like 20 hours doesn't sound like a lot, but it's time locked. I have to drop everything I'm doing and go to a festival 20 times. I mean, it could go as high as like 8 to 10 XP in one festival if I'm like really... And now it's over. All right, now that fishing festivals are done, I just want to point out how much trash I have obtained in this process. Like, bro, look at this. Just over 2 rows of great white shark teeth. Pretty much an entire double chest. Every free slot in the hemoglass chest, except for 3, is filled with teeth. Probably 3 rows in total. Look at the megalodon pets. This is every festival times, like, again, I've done this like 20 times. We got 3 legendary pets, 2 epics. I've sold more fairy armor than I can freaking count. Actually, I'm getting a decent amount of emperor skulls too. I'm so glad it's over.
Pretty sure his mic was just completely non-functional this time. Anyway, he got Endstone Protector 17 Bestiary, which is how it's pronounced, by the way. He shows off how he's killed 200 protectors so far and then kind of walks around probably explaining something. We'll never know though.
Hello, Spider Tamer. I hate you, by the way. Vermin Control 5. That is the entire Spider Essence shop maxed out. I could grind out another 5,000 Spider Essence to get the Travel Scroll, which gives no Skyblock XP. Remember the Crown of Avars? That item that I discounted it at first, but I did see a video on my feed recently that was trying to make the case that this is like basically Warden Helmet without the speed debuff, but only at 1 billion coins. So for those that are not aware of what this thing is, it absorbs coins from Scavenger.